Since the first photographs of Earth from above, we've captured some truly strange and astonishing sights. From mysterious shapes hidden deep beneath the ocean, to bizarre formations high above the clouds, the discoveries can be so baffling that sometimes we almost wish we hadn't seen them. Here are 10 of the most bizarre things ever captured from the sky. Number 10. A fiery smile. The very thought of a volcanic eruption is enough to fill you with fear, and anyone who's seen a 90s natural disaster movie will know just how much death and destruction a volcano can cause. Hawaii's Kilauea volcano is the most active on the islands and is estimated to have emerged from the depths of the ocean around 100,000 years ago. Since then, it's been notorious for its frequent violent eruptions in destructive lava lakes. But that's not what tourists flying over this volcano saw when they took a helicopter ride over the erupting crater's lava lake. Instead, they had a much friendlier encounter, spotting a huge, fiery smiley face. Two circular lava bubbles make the jolly eyes, and the mouth is upturned into a warm smile due to a crack in the surface of the Earth. What could be lovelier? Actually, a ginormous fiery grin isn't lovely, it's absolutely terrifying. Number 9. Utah's desert ponds. Deep in the Utah desert, among the wide expanse of red rock, lie a series of mysterious electric blue pools. As captured by satellites, their unnatural hue changes color to lilac, yellow, and every shade between, and they're so bright that they can be seen for miles. What is it that causes these incredible lagoons? Are they a trick of science? Something supernatural? Or can they be easily explained? Well, it turns out that they can indeed be easily explained. These ponds are actually evaporation ponds for potash, which are salts that contain potassium used for fertilizer. The beautiful colors come from the dye, which is added to the water to absorb heat from the sun, and the pools change shades as water evaporates, creating a futuristic effect. These mesmerizing pools can be seen in other locations too. The next time you're flying over San Francisco, take a look out the plane's window and you'll be rewarded by a psychedelic sight. These vibrant ponds are colored by the organisms and microalgae living in them. The shade of each pond depends on the reaction its inhabitants have to the salinity of the water. Number 08. UFO spotted by U.S. military. There are countless claims of UFO sightings every year, and most of them can be easily debunked. But these videos from the U.S. military haven't been explained, and they truly give me chills. Shot on the East Coast in 2015, this video shows a U.S. Navy pilot at 25,000 feet tracking an object flying over the Atlantic Ocean, and judging from his reaction, he was obviously stunned by what he was seeing. This isn't the only time strange military footage has come to light. There have been 3 further bits of military footage that showed weird objects flying at unbelievable speeds, including this one from 2004. Skeptics say that the footage shows nothing more than a bird or a balloon, and that the speed of the Navy jet is creating an optical illusion. Others think that what we're seeing is new types of propulsion being tested, maybe from Russia or China. I can't say for sure, but the Pentagon was allegedly spending $22 million per year on UFO research around the time that these videos were filmed. So the truth is out there. Number 7. Morning Glory. No, not that morning glory. Get your minds out of the gutter. This morning glory is quite different. Imagine looking out of a plane window to see this rare and spectacular weather phenomenon. There are only a handful of sightings of well-formed morning glory clouds each year, so if you happen to see one, you can consider yourself very lucky indeed. These clouds are so rare that nobody is quite certain why they exist. All we do know is that they're most common in Australia, and some people report them forming on humid days following a strong sea breeze the previous day. Despite these theories, it's impossible to predict when these strange and monstrous clouds will form. And however they're formed, they're seriously impressive. They can be up to 1 kilometer long, 2 kilometers high, and 100 meters off the ground. Number 6. Sinister clouds on a clear day. Speaking of strange clouds, what on earth are these mysterious formations? These angry-looking clouds are hanging low over Lake Maui, and the weather is otherwise perfectly clear and bright. So what caused these sinister-looking objects to form? Early explorers spoke of seeing mystical lakes that smoked, as if on fire. Is that what we're seeing here? A phenomenon from years gone by? Actually, no. What we're seeing is something altogether more logical, but also much grosser. What looks like a strange weather occurrence is actually thousands of recently hatched lake fly images. The larvae of lake fly midges hide out in the depths of the lake before bursting to the surface to undergo an amazing transformation. In something straight out of a horror movie, the adult midges break the lake's surface until millions of them take to the skies in a frenzy. And once the mating is done, the flies deposit their eggs on the surface of the lake before dropping dead. Pretty sinister, huh? These clusters actually look pretty similar to how rain looks out an airplane window. So next time you see what you assume is a storm, just remember that it might actually be millions of midges completing their morbid life cycle. Number 5. Mystery lights on the horizon. Is this footage proof of alien life? Reddit users certainly thought so when this mysterious clip showing 3 glowing objects emerged. It's hard to tell at this distance, but the objects look as though they're somehow radiating energy. Similar sightings of blinding bright lights have been reported by airplane passengers flying near Top Secret Area 51 military base. And with the wild stories that have been reported there, maybe this is finally the proof that we've all been waiting for, that there's something otherworldly going on. Alternatively, maybe there's a simple explanation for these sightings. Well, yes, there is. The lights are actually solar energy farms like these. The sun reflecting off the giant metallic plates creates a futuristic glow that could easily be UFO related, but it's actually a solar energy project created to provide renewable energy. So, if you ever see something similar, don't panic. There will be a reasonable explanation. Probably. Number 4. A dark shadow. It's not always so easy to debunk strange sightings by airplane passengers, as this next clip proves. What is that? What is that? What is that? No, really, what is that? This bizarre object was spotted by passengers as their plane flew over the Aegean Sea between the mainlands of Greece and Turkey, and they were freaking out. Whatever it is, the object seemed to make impossible maneuvers as horrified passengers continued to film it, giving more weight to the theory that it could actually be a UFO. According to experts, or random people on the internet, as they're otherwise known, what we're actually watching here is the vapor trail of another plane, which is the white trail that we see from the ground as planes pass above us. The dark color can be explained by the angle that the passenger is shooting from. The angle of the sun is simply creating a shadow, which makes it look much more otherworldly, and the weird maneuvers. That's just because the plane from which the footage was filmed is moving. Number 3. Croatia's sea circles. In 2014, aerial footage captured a strange phenomenon close to Croatia's Dugotak Island. 28 perfectly round shapes were discovered. Each one is precisely 50 meters in length, with 300 meters between each one, and nobody really knows how they got there. Sightings of circles in the sky at around the same time led some locals to believe that aliens were responsible for the mysterious shapes. And biologists first thought that the circles could have been caused by illegal fishing or during searches for oil. But experts quickly disproved that theory, thinking it was another classic case of photo manipulation for viral views on the internet. Researchers from the Sunce Association, a non-profit environmental organization, dived to see the circles for themselves. They were shocked to find the circles were perfect bald patches and shapes devoid of vegetation, known as Posidonia. Scientists used mathematical models to determine that they are simply the natural pattern in which seagrass grows and dies when exposed to toxins in the mud. Still, it seems they weren't able to test the mud in the Croatian circles, so we're yet to know if it's due to the poisoning of life or another reason. Biologist Mosar Pravin, who died there, said, "If I had to take a wild guess, I'd say military experiments. Posidonia grows slowly, and there's a theory among experts that once you removed a patch like that, it would not grow there again." He went on to say that whatever caused this could have happened years ago. So, to determine the cause, the first thing to do would be to find out how old these circles are. So this is one mystery we're yet to solve. Number 2. Crop circles. More mysteries from the deep blue sea now. But this time, I'm taking you to the southern coast of Italy. These strange shapes were captured by Google Earth satellite images. What could have made such perfectly circular shapes, which are arranged so neatly in a row? Before I explain them, can you guess what they are? Comment down below to see if you're smart enough. Okay, have you taken a guess? These odd ocean circles are actually nothing sinister. They're fish farms. Farmers breed the fish in fisheries on the shore before transferring them to these ocean cages to mature. These farms can be seen all over the globe, and they make for some awesome photographs. Strange circles don't just appear in the ocean. There are plenty to be seen on dry land too. What on earth caused these hundreds of circles? Do you know why they're there? Again, have a guess in the comments if you think you know the answer. Okay, ready? Well, these circles exist for a very good reason. They are actually called center pivot irrigation systems and are for watering crops, utilizing sprinklers rotating around a pivot. They can't be spotted easily from Earth, but from above, they look spectacular. These false color images from the Saudi Arabian desert taken by NASA demonstrate how amazingly they can contrast to their surroundings, making them look like the work of extraterrestrials. Number 1. Proof of aliens. When you fly with a budget airline, anything can happen, but this experience really takes the biscuit. This final strange thing captured from the sky is by far the spookiest, and there doesn't seem to be a logical explanation to it. Passengers flying from Austria to London were enjoying an otherwise uneventful flight when one of them looked out the window and saw this. The huge figure resembles the robot from the movie The Iron Giant and seems to be taking a lonely stroll atop the clouds. Look closely at the figure's head. There seems to be an actual face there. What the heck is that? Some people think that the figure is nothing more than a bizarre cloud formation, and others say it's a smokestack from a power plant below the cloud line. But the shadow cast by the giant gives the impression that the person is, well, a person. Is it proof that other beings live among us? Maybe, or maybe not, but looking at this photo taken from another flight, there may well be an entire family of them living up there. Have you ever spotted anything just as fascinating from above? Share your experience in the comments below. I'd love to hear about it. Thanks for watching.